guys, IB45 Melvin Fung here. How you spend the summer of IBDP1 will literally determine whether you get into your dream university or not, determine your final IB grade, and determine whether year 2 is smooth sailing or complete hell. This is because when year 2 starts, you'll be bombarded with school tests that are weighted higher for predicted grades, which are sent to universities. You'll have dozens of university applications to complete, TOKs to submit, IAs to finalize, the IO to perform, and of course the EE to submit. So with that many important tasks due, once school starts, how you spend your summer matters. And so today I will be providing you a step-by-step plan exactly what you should be doing during summer to maximize your progress, so when year 2 starts, while your classmates are all struggling, pulling all-nighters and stressing out, you will be smooth sailing. Firstly, most importantly, you need to get your EE done during summer. The EE is the easier of the 2 core subjects, TOK and EE, to score an A in order to guarantee the 3 core marks. This is because TOK is very abstract, and so most can only score a B. So not getting an A in the EE means at most you only get 2 out of 3. Imagine studying so hard for 2 years, getting a 7 in everything, and ending off with a 44 just because you didn't perfect your EE. That would be embarrassing because you literally could have got a perfect 45. You wouldn't be able to sleep after that. After all that hard work, you lose off to a free subject. That's how easy the EE actually is. The thing that makes the EE difficult is that it takes a long time to complete. On average, it takes at least 2 full months, as it requires research, data collection, and of course, a lot of writing. After all, it's 4,000 words. So students that don't get A's for EE aren't stupid. They just left it to the last minute when school starts and end up not having time to work on it as school test starts, IAs, TOKs, and university applications are due. That's exactly what happened in my school. I spent the entire summer completing my geography EE. Once school started, I literally just forgot about it and focused on school tests. While my classmates spent the entire summer relaxing. And once summer ended, they just started the EE. And then school tests came in. And since they had a higher priority, they just rushed through the EE and got B's and C's. And then saying, oh my god, the EE was actually easy. I could have gotten an A if only I had more time. If you don't want that to be you, complete the EE during summer. Some of you may have to work on it for 6 hours every day, some every couple days. It depends on your subject, so plan this out on a calendar. Moving on, any IAs your school introduced and started already, you aim to complete it during summer because feedback round tends to be due the first or second week of school. Since you can only get full feedback once, not maximizing and perfecting your IAs are going to waste the feedback because then the teachers are just going to say things you already know you need to fix in the first place. So perfect the IA to the point where you believe there are no more improvements. And so the feedback you get genuinely maximizes your grade. Split this up so you're working on 1 IA a day for full focus. So maybe it's math on Monday and Tuesday, then econ on Wednesday and Thursday, and then CS on Friday to Sunday. If you're doing CS, make sure the coding is all done in the summer, even if your teacher hasn't even started the IA yet, because the coding takes a long time. It took me the entire summer to code, so get to it. Then regardless of whether you started your English IO yet, you want to complete and perfect your IO script by the end of summer. This is because teachers usually only give you 3 weeks to prepare once introduced, when in reality the script takes months to perfect to guarantee a 7. I knew this, so I started writing a script mid-May, and it took me till August to complete at the level 7 standard. And once school started, the teacher introduced the IO and said, the test is in 3 weeks. I already had it perfected, so I simply started memorizing. Whereas my classmates haven't even had their text picked yet, haven't even started preparation yet because the teacher didn't give them time. And that's why I got the highest IO grade in the class. I memorized a perfected script while everyone else rushed. So there's no competition if you start in summer. That's why all my students in my IB45 accelerator program score the highest IO in their class.
For my English IO, Melvin really helped coach me through it. The course really helped. Ended up getting the highest in the class, so really good.
Because not only do we start scripting in summer, I teach and guide them step by step how to write an IO script that guarantees a 7. And once you get a 7 in the IO, it's so easy to get a 7 in finals because it takes up 30% of the grade, right? So work on this a couple of hours a week, and by the end of summer, you will have a perfected IO script. Then any content you're behind in, use the summer to catch up. Read up on chapters you missed. Take notes on the classes you're behind in whenever you have spare time. Then you want to train and perfect your English paper 1 once a week, as these are skills you want to retain all year. Otherwise, you tend to forget techniques once school starts. More importantly, this is the period to actually develop those skills. Most of you right now are stuck in the 4 to 6 range, and very few of you are consistently hitting 7s. This is the perfect time to close the gap, practice deliberately, sharpen your analysis, and build the habits needed so that when school starts, you're already performing at a 7 level, instead of trying to figure it out mid-year. Now you may be wondering, Melvin, how do I actually train during summer to write level 7 paper 1s? You've come to the right place. My program, IB45 Accelerator, will teach you exactly that. Inside, I break down the full mark structure that will score you a 5 out of 5 in Crit C. what language and exactly what devices to analyze so you don't have to waste time scavenging the article, and how to structure and explain your arguments compendiously that maximizes crit A and D. Where 85% of my students get 7s in paper 1s and 2s, and all of them don't just get 7s in the IO, but top of their classes. If you're interested, check out the link down below or DM me help45 on my IB Instagram to inquire more. Moving on, you also should be perfecting your English paper 2 generic essay during this time. As like the IO, it takes a long time to perfect to fit 75% of prompts on the exam. For more information, again, refer to my program. Lastly, university essays. Any essay questions that have been released, you start working on them right now. These require so much time to perfect, so you don't want to be juggling these when school starts for all the same reasons as stated before. But anyways, guys, that's the end of today's video. If you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications because I'll be posting many more IB tips and guides for the future. See you guys in the next video.